On June 18, 2024, the Seattle Mariners swept the Texas Rangers, giving them a 10-game lead in the division on the Houston Astros. It seemed that the Mariners had a legitimate shot for the playoffs thanks to their impressive starting rotation. But however, the Mariners blew that entire 10-game lead in just 24 games, which actually broke the record owned by the 1995 California Angels, who had a 13-game lead and blew it in 33 games, ironically to the 1995 Seattle Mariners. The meltdown throughout the summer for the Mariners got longtime manager Scott Servais fired. Mariners then replaced him with Dan Wilson, and although the team played better, it was too little too late as the Mariners missed the playoffs by one game for the second season in a row. Frustrations for Mariner fans had already intensified as it was reported by the Seattle Times' Adam Jude that the Mariners would only have $16 million available to make moves to improve the team for the 2025 season. But there was a recent report that seemed to have made it even worse. MLB reporter Ken Rosenthal stated, "The Mariners are looking to upgrade at third, believing they are positioned to handle second base internally with Dylan Moore, Ryan Bliss, and at some point next season, Cole Young, the 21st overall pick in the 2022 draft." Wait, you can't be serious. Dylan Moore and Ryan Bliss as your second basemen for the 2025 season? I don't even know what to say. Just give me a moment as you hear from a word from our sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RoofTopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. It has been clear for the Mariners since the 2018 season, the Mariners have not had a legitimate second baseman since Robinson Cano, and recently, the Mariners had declined the team option on Jorge Polanco, who struggled throughout the season and dealt with injuries. There is now a clear hole in second base, but there is an opportunity to upgrade that position by signing Korean baseball star Hae-Sung Kim, who is known for his contact, speed, and defense, and could fit within the Mariners' ridiculous alleged budget. And we have seen recent success out of Hae-Sung Kim of the San Diego Padres, and is now a free agent looking for a new contract. But with the Mariners seeming to be content with just Ryan Bliss, Dylan Moore, and maybe Cole Young, it seems that may not even happen. Now the problem I have with this approach is Dylan Moore is going to be 32 years old for the 2025 season, and he has proven to only be a utility player at best, where he did win the 2024 Gold Glove Award as a utility player, but his batting numbers more than prove that he cannot contribute significantly as a full-time player. As for Ryan Bliss, he did show a spark of potential when Jorge Polanco missed time, but it's unclear if he can contribute at a major league level, and I don't think that job should be handed to him easily either. And now Cole Young, who was a first-round pick in the 2022 MLB draft, he has been a promising player to watch in the minors, as I watched a couple of his games when he was an A+ Everett in 2023, and I enjoyed his game. But again, I wouldn't want to go into the 2025 season knowing the Mariners still have a competitive window with another rookie, when the Mariners should be adding more proven talent to help provide support for this fantastic core of Julio Rodriguez, Cal Raleigh, and the elite starting rotation, which seems to be in danger of being wasted away. Hopefully the Mariners will find legitimate help for second base, but will the Mariners ownership add payroll? Most likely not, and we as Mariner fans may suffer the same fate, where the popular team of the 90s and the early 2000s were all wasted due to the cheap ownership of Nintendo, and John Stanton is doing the same exact thing, if not worse. Now going into third base, which is an even bigger hole, the Mariners have to address this since the Mariners traded away Eugenio Suarez after the 2023 season, and Josh Rojas did not fill the void well in the 2024 season, hence why the Mariners let him go for free agency. Looking at the third base market, the only legitimate player that stands out is Alex Bregman, but however, he made $30 million in the 2024 season, and his agent Scott Boras is hoping to get Alex Bregman a huge payday, so the Mariners won't even bother with that. The Mariners' best option for third base is a trade for a legitimate third baseman with a team-friendly contract, and there are a couple options. There's Jordan Westburg of the Baltimore Orioles, where he is coming off an all-star season and has a projected salary of $800,000, which would be well within the budget. This was an idea brought up by the Marine Layer Podcast YouTube channel, so I gotta give them credit for the idea. And here is the video.
This is probably the highest upside guy and the player that would cost the most. That's Jordan Westberg. I don't know how many times we're going to beat into the ground the fact that the Mariners and Orioles are perfect trade partners. Orioles need pitching, Mariners need offense. This feels like the guy that makes the most sense.
To make this trade work, the Mariners would likely have to trade one of their starters, as Baltimore is in clear need of a quality starter, and I would like to think that they would ask for the likes of Logan Gilbert or George Kirby. I would prefer the Mariners to trade Luis Castillo, as he is above 30 years old, performed inconsistently in the 2024 season, and has a heavy contract. But if Baltimore were to take on Castillo, the Mariners would likely have to unload one of their top prospects, which Jerry Dipoto has consistently been hesitant to pull the trigger on any of them recently. The other player the Mariners can go for is Alec Bohm of the Philadelphia Phillies, as he does have an $8 million salary, and the Mariners may not have to trade any of their starters, but the Mariners would likely have to give up one or two of their top prospects. At this point, Jerry Dipoto and Justin Hollander should take the risk and make any of these trades, because if John Stanton isn't going to raise any payroll, this is forcing Jerry and Justin to make creative moves with such low payroll, and sometimes trading prospects or a key starter may be the best option at this point. And knowing that the Mariners have a great farm system, they can still recover from any of the lost prospects, especially when there is still potential for this young core to win the World Series. Or John Stanton just raise the payroll. But those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments on what you think the Mariners should do in the offseason with their ridiculous budget. Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe to this channel, and go Mariners!